Hello there guys, and welcome back to Reborn with Michael Watson. Today I want to talk about collapsing space and time to bring your manifestations 100 times faster. And before I go into that today, please do like, share and subscribe. Comment down below if you find this video helpful. Also guys, I've been doing a free 30-day meditation challenge, which is on my YouTube Shorts, so go and check that out. And you can join in by joining my free Facebook group, The Healing Circle. So make sure to check that out there. Guys, thank you for coming today. Now, if you stick to the end of the video, I'm going to have quite an exciting couple of announcements that I want to make, and I want you guys to check them out because I think they're going to help you out. But today we're talking about collapsing space and time. Let's talk about this, and I actually think I'm going to go off on one in a big detail today. And I just really want to talk freely. I want you to see me as your spiritual best mate, you know? I'm your friend here, and I want to simplify this. And it has been taught since the ancient teachings of how to create. Now it is taught in different ways. See, in the past, we used to call it God, living spirit, or the Holy Ghost, you know, but now we call it the quantum field of potential. All of these different things, they're just terminologies. But what we're doing when we're on the manifestation process is we're literally collapsing space and time to bring us that which we thought was in the future to the now. And what we need to start to understand then, I suppose, the first step really of understanding this process is that actually there is not a linear idea of space and time. Okay? We start to think that time is something that is all the way out in front of us. But what we realize now, even like, you know, I'm touching on concepts where I'm not a scientist, but I just putting the dots together, you know. If I took you out to a black hole of something of infinite mass, right? You go near the horizon of that black hole and then come out of it. You could have aged maybe 1 year, but time has gone on 20 years beyond that huge mass. So even though that is talking about the physics of time and mass and creation, what it shows us is that time is literally relative, you know? So that means that time isn't just a linear thing. It performs differently in different areas of the universe, differently in different areas within inside ourselves. We need to stop thinking that time is this finite thing that's always out in front of us and realize that we are just something that is perceiving time to be what it is. And then we have to then think about the idea of solid creation. Well, we know scientifically that mass is underneath it all a vibrating energy that is then hardened into a mass. So what does that mean then? So that means then that mass can affect time and energy is mass. So what I'm trying to say to you is that energy is actually affecting time then in that moment. A condensed amount of energy is affecting time in those moments, you know? So what I'm trying to say is that we are the universe now having a real idea of itself. So we are part of this infinite cosmos here, looking at itself, being conscious of time and mass and space, you know? But through that consciousness, we can start to separate ourselves again from the solidity of this universe and start to go into what I call the energy field, you know? So we need to start to think of ourselves more as energy when we're creating. So when you're wanting to manifest and collapse space and time to bring about your manifestation, you cannot do it from the physical aspect of the self. That is what Dr. Joe Dispenza would call working matter to matter, or what others would call trying to control everything. What we have to do then is literally shift our energy. We shift the energy, then we're going to shift ourselves. You see, we're going to start to change the way that the solid world responds to us then, because it starts to collapse and form. Let's talk about that idea for a moment already. So just to explain it all, we've realized that time is relative, that everything that's solid is just energy, which includes us. So we are energy interacting with other energy. and time is only but relative to our experience of it, you know? So what we're going to do then is start to shift our energy with no fear or concept of time or how. Get rid of the house, get rid of the time. That's not important right now. That's relative to what we're doing. What I want to do then is just start to raise my energy, or align my energy is what I prefer. I do not like the idea of raising the energy. I think that just means that we feel like we've got to do something to create. What I want you to know is that you do not do anything in the creation process except align to it. You align to the infinite. You align to God. You align to the creative force. You do not create. You are not a creator in that sense. You're connected. You're part of the creator. You're in the likeness of that creator, but you do not create. What you do is you align to that energy. So then the concept has to go to this point. What is it that I want? Yeah. So say, for example, in this next year, I have some big plans to do with the channel, to do with how I can help more and more people. I want to change the world. In the next year to 5 years, I want to do something that's going to change the world. So watch this space. But what happens there then is that now that concept of where I want to be is out there in front of me in my mind. What I need to do is start to align to the energy of what that thing is. So let's put it this way. Say I'm 10 years down the line, looking back at myself, right? I'm looking back at myself, reflecting on all of the wonderful things that I've achieved, of how I've changed the world, how I've helped so many people to learn how to heal themselves, how to create, how to manifest. Let's just say I'm there for a moment. I'm not going to look back with this elevated, over-the-top feeling of gratitude. I'm going to look back with a calm, peaceful acceptance and wonderful truth that I am pleased with what I have done. I'm grateful, but in a sort of knowing way. See, Neville Goddard was the one who said it best. When he said feeling is the secret, what he actually was saying, I never meant it to be about emotion. I meant it to be about accepting as fact that which you want. So now I like to sit beyond the achievement of the goal, looking back at it. This is how I think we really do collapse space and time. Because now I'm starting to look back at the idea with a sense of reverence of like, wow, that was amazing. And Neville Goddard even touches on this. Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful how we change the world? Isn't it wonderful how we help thousands of people to create, heal and manifest? Isn't it wonderful? Now, when you say isn't it wonderful, there isn't this true like, oh yes. It's more like a, yeah, I like that. And you see, that's when we align to it. Because now we're in flow state. Now we're starting to stop thinking about the how, stop thinking that we are the forcible creator of it, and we've just started to accept it as a fact that's done. What happens then is that now my concept of my reality is someone who has achieved everything that I wanted to achieve. So I start to sit in this energy. So my energy shifts to a different vibration, to a calmer, more effortless vibration, because now I know it's done. Now I don't need to forcibly do anything. I just need to allow the path to be laid before me. You see, God is my shepherd, as we would want to say, and I'm led by that wonderful divine guidance to the fruition of my goal, because it is done. Once I intended it, it was done. So now all we have to do is sit back, start to take gentle steps, one at a time, towards that goal, with a knowing that it's done. Say, for example, you're driving round to your mother's house, let's say, but she lives 2 hours away. You don't half an hour in go, I'm not there yet, so I'm going to just turn back. It's not working. You understand that there is some time that has to take place. Yeah? But what happens is once you accept that, those 2 hours, especially when you know the journey rather than trying to find the place, you know you basically know where you're going instead of just searching for something. that 2 hours seems to go so quickly, seems to be so effortless, seems to be so gentle. Once you know where you're going, then you relax. Then you relax and let the journey do what it does, you know? And that's the concept that I need you to understand with collapsing time and space. Now that I'm living beyond my achievement in my mind, then time is relative again to the achievement. Now it's saying, let's go. And now there is no resistance in between mass and time coming together to reveal to me the actual achievement of my goal. You see what I mean? Because I'm living as someone who's already done it. So now time and space just have to move out the way, become more fluid for me. So then it just collapses in on itself to reveal the flower of my manifestation. This is the ideas, this is the concepts. Simplify it. Just become accepting, become peaceful about the fact that you've achieved it, become relaxed that it is done. This is your way, this is what you need to do. You do not need to force, you need to surrender to the truth that it is done. I hope you find this helpful. Thank you so much. Please do like, share and subscribe. Few Parish Notices. Okay, have I got any of my UK followers on here or anyone in Europe that wants to travel? I'm doing a 2-day in-person workshop in my local town of Poole in Dorset on the 9th and 10th of December. I want you to come to Michael Watson Coach and reach out to me if you want to join that. The other thing is I'm looking for 20 people to start a 3-month challenge with me in January. Okay? This is going to be epic, okay? 3 months, you get some one-to-one coaching, group coaching, and you'll also get 64 wonderful, simple, explained videos of how to heal, create, and manifest. Lastly, I will be starting my Reborn membership in the new year too. So if you are wanting to be coached by me, but even though I keep my prices low so more people I can help more people, lower I should say, I am now wanting to offer a membership at a much more reasonable rate so that you and others who may need that extra support can join and create the lives of your dreams. Thank you so much for watching today, guys. I'll see you at the next one. All of this is available at michaelwatsoncoach.com. Take care.